Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Happy Libra. My readings are strictly for entertainment purposes only. I do not know any of these people. So please, watch these videos and keep that in mind. This is just fun. So, today I'm going to be looking at the astrological chart of Drake. And I'm going to be giving my interpretations. I'm mostly basing this on his personality. This is a very general reading. There are many parts to an astrological chart, which I will not be taking into account because it would take me probably half an hour. I want to get this done within about 10 minutes. This is for Drake. This is for entertainment purposes only. I read him in 2021, and I didn't see too many red flags. I think there was only one thing, but I don't recall what that is. So, let's have a look together. In this reading, I will be looking at the personal planets. The personal planets consist of Mercury, Sun, Moon, Mars, and I will also be checking the Jupiter because the Jupiter is our outlook on life. It also shows where we're lucky and just how lucky we are in terms of abundance and fame and fortune and, of course, money, just general money. And I will be looking at the North Node just because the North Node talks about our destiny in this life. It doesn't really have much to do with the reading, to be honest with you. All right, let's do it. So this person is a moon in Cancer. Ooh, boy. So the moon talks about how moody and changeable we are. It also can talk about, when we start to get emotional, just how fast we reach the point of anger. Because, there are various levels, stages to our emotions, or before anger, or I'm not a psychologist, so I don't know. But, it shows how easy we are to anger. I guess that's a good way of putting it, because it really talks about our emotions. But our emotions can lead us into anger. So, this person has their moon in Cancer, and the zodiac sign of Cancer is very emotional. And the moon, because it's ruled by Cancer. Yep, this is very emotional. So what this is telling me is this person is actually quite sensitive. But keep in mind, a lot of us who are sensitive tend to hide it, or our sensitivities come up as anger. That's just the way it is, especially in men. I have noticed that quite a bit. So this person has their moon in Cancer in the 11th house. Well, the good part about this is, let's say they have a career where they're a songwriter. I'm assuming he writes his own songs. Then moon in Cancer is very creative and very good for that, because it means this person is very in touch with their emotions and can create some beautiful pieces of art, of music, of anything that is creative. So the 11th house speaks of hopes, dreams, and wishes. And I believe that the moon in Cancer will be this person's ticket to wealth, meaning emotions translated into creations. Yep, that's what I'm seeing there. All right, moving on. Okay. This person has their North Node in Aries in the 9th house. And what this is talking about to me is it is this person's destiny. I've seen this one other time. I think it was in Cardi B's chart. It didn't quite make sense. This person has their North Node in Aries. I just read a chart that had North Node in Aries, didn't I? Who was that? And North Node in Aries, it's almost, it was Andrew Tate. So it's almost like in this lifestyle, they will appear to be quite selfish. They will appear to be quite self-centered. They will appear to be egotistical. Now, is he actually egotistical? I don't know. But he's going to appear that way. It's going to look that way. It might even just be part of his destiny for him to be focused on himself. And maybe that's part of how he creates his wealth. I don't know. But what gets me even more about this North Node is sitting in the ninth house. The ninth house is the spiritual guru, it's astrology, it's spirituality, it's also study and higher learning. So, which part of Drake is so spiritual that's in his destiny that we don't know about? That's my question. It's part of his destiny that he might be some sort of guru. Listen, people do change, okay? And on the journey of life, most of us don't just stay the same. But why does he have his North Node, which talks about destiny, in a very spiritual house in the zodiac sign of Aries? That is very interesting to me. Or is he seen as a spiritual guru because he's a musician? I don't know. With astrology, it's like you'll find the words, but sometimes you won't really put the proper sentence together, but you'll have all the words. Okay, this is very interesting too. The seventh house is showing me that he has Jupiter in Pisces there. Wow. That is like, whoa. Okay, this can be talked about, I want to say, in 3 ways. Jupiter talks about our fame, fortune, good luck, expansion, where money is likely to come from. But he has it in the 7th house. The 7th house talks about love, marriage, partnership, relationships, contracts. Typically, the 7th house is a Libran energy. Libran energy, again, is marriage, love, contracts, partnerships, relationships. It's saying that he's going to be fortunate or expansive in this area. Now, maybe this will give me some more information. It's sitting in the zodiac sign of Pisces. Pisces is very creative, expressive, dreamy, sensitive, fantasy-like. It's fantasy-like. So what is this? What would Jupiter do if it were sitting in the 7th house in Pisces? Well, the only thing that's coming to my mind is writing love songs. Isn't Drake a hip-hop artist? Does he write about love? Because there's something about love, creativity, and expansion. Now, it can also mean that once he finds his true love, he can expect to have more fortune in this life. It can be that too. This is strange. Or it can mean that he is someone who can use fantasy to expand his fortune in this life. So in other words, if he can think of himself as, well, I'm not a musician, I'm the people who listens to my music lover, I'm actually their lover, and create from that point, he can be very fortunate from that. This is weird. I just don't even know. Like, I know that it's a good thing. I know that it involves love. It may involve marriage contracts. And there's something about very deep dreaminess or very deep fantasy and creativity. Whatever it is, it looks really good to me. Something to do with love and fantasy, and him getting a lot of good fortune from that. Okay, moving on. I wonder what he does think about as he's writing his songs. I wonder if he goes into like some sort of character. You know how people do, how do people say that when you have an alter ego, to do your work? It makes sense, actually. All right, so Mars is a planet of sex, aggression, war. It represents the male phallic symbol. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Male genitalia. It can talk about impulses, our motivation. And it's sitting in the 6th house of work, and it's in the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Let me tell you why I started reading astrology in this way back in the day. It's because I wanted to be able to detect cheater energy right away. And what I'm seeing here is not good. Mars in Aquarius is cheater energy. You're putting fire in air, and that's going to blow it up. This is sitting in the zodiac sign of in the house of work. So you can only imagine. You can only imagine. Do I even need to say more about that? Heck no. Let's keep going. So he's got his Mercury, which talks about communication, how we speak. Yeah, it's basically how we communicate, but it can also be how we create too. It depends. So Mercury is sitting in Scorpio in the 4th house. Okay. If you ask me, this person is a little bit of a channeler. He can channel his deep emotions. If he's a songwriter, he's probably a damn good one. He's probably good at transmuting his deep feelings into something. Music, art, poetry, I don't know. Yep, definitely that's what I'm seeing. Now, when it comes to his Venus, Venus talks about our love, how romantic we are, how demonstrative we are about love, how we show our love to our partners and other people. And he's got his sitting in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. So this is telling me that he probably doesn't like to show his feelings right off the bat. He wants to get to know the person, and he probably prefers to hide his emotions than really show them, because he knows that if he has true feelings for a person, this can run very, very, very deep. And he also knows that if he has true feelings for a person, that makes you vulnerable, which means you can get hurt. So what these people tend to do is hide their feelings until they feel comfortable enough to reveal that they do love the person to that person. But it will take a lot of trust, a lot of time, and this zodiac sign likes to test people. I'm just saying because I have the same placement. Now, I was looking at Bill Gates' chart. You might want to go and read that, watch that video. And I came across his Pluto, and I should have mentioned it, and I'm going to be forever going, oh my God, why did I mention? So this person has Pluto in the 3rd house in Scorpio. Pluto can talk about power. Pluto is power. Pluto is it's power, but it's like you don't know about it. So it's sitting in his 3rd house in Scorpio. So this is telling me this person's power, inner power, has something to do with the media. It has something to do with friends. It has something to do with things that are put out rapidly, energies that are put out often, such as music. It is, the 3rd house is media, it's messages, it's messaging, it's courier, it's writing. Anything that is fast and has energy to it is 3rd house, and he's got his power planet there. So I would say if he's putting out music consistently, he's going to gain power from that. And it looks like he has his sun there as well at 0 degrees. So he's got 2 pretty large planets. Actually, he has 4 planets in Scorpio. And Scorpio is also power because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So that's very interesting. It's almost like this person is powerful. That's what the reading is telling me. This person is powerful, but you might or might not know it. Drake, I fully enjoyed reading that. Your reading was very different. I'm just going to do a quick recap. So, Sun in Scorpio in the 3rd, Pluto in Scorpio in the 3rd. There's lots of power. This is a powerful person. Venus in Scorpio tells me that this person can love very, very deeply, and they're aware of that, so they take their time in love. Mercury in Scorpio tells me that the way this person communicates is they don't like to just say anything. They like to speak and know that they will be heard and understood. I know I didn't mention anything about that earlier. I mentioned the channeling. Mars in Aquarius is absolute cheater energy. Jupiter in Pisces tells me there's some type of something that is mixed up in fortune, fame, fantasy, love, contracts. That's kind of cool. North Node in Aries in the ninth. He's seen as a spiritual guru. Now, I think that could also mean that he is just celebrity status. And is that it? Moon in Cancer means very in touch with his own emotions. And the fact that it's sitting in the 11th house means he can use his moon in Cancer to actually achieve his hopes, dreams, and wishes. This is actually a very beautiful chart. It has a lot of water energy, and I'm just enjoying this. So thank you so much for stopping by. This is the Happy Libra. If you enjoyed this reading, please do leave it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know who you would like me to do next, and also subscribe to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.